Hi everyone! Today we are going to learn about accidentals and key signatures. First, what are accidentals? Accidentals are symbols that can be added next to notes that changes how we read a piece of music by raising or lowering the pitch of a note. First symbol we have is called a sharp, which raises the note by 1/2 step. For example, on the keyboard we have E, we raise the note by 1/2 step over here to the right and we get E sharp. On the grand staff, this would look like this, a sharp right next to the note. Next we have a flat, which lowers the note by 1/2 step. On the keyboard, an example is G, and lowering the note by 1/2 step to the left would be G flat. This would look something like this on the grand staff. We have new vocabulary. This note could be either D sharp or E flat because we see D right here raise the note by 1/2 step and it would be D sharp. And we have E right here, lowering the note by 1/2 step, then we would have E flat. So this note is assigned 2 note names, as with all the other keys in the piano as well. Even though it looks different on the grand staff, it would still sound the same because it is the same note. This is called enharmonic. Finally, we have a natural. This cancels sharps or flats. By this, I mean on the keyboard, we have D flat. If we cancel that flat, it'll return to D, natural. We have A sharp. Cancel the sharp, it would become A again, which is A natural. And this would look like this on the grand staff. We have a couple rules surrounding accidentals. First, the 1 measure rule. We have a G flat right here. This G flat also applies to this G right here. So this G would be a G flat, but not this G and not this G because they are in a different measure. So an accidental only applies to notes that are within the same measure. Also, if this G is a G flat, then this G would not be a G flat because they're on different lines. So accidentals only applies to notes within the same measure and on the same line. Let's look at a more complicated version of utilizing accidentals. We have here a time signature of 3/4. And if we want to add an accidental to all the F's in here, it would look like this. However, over time, if we continue having to add accidentals to every single F sharp that will occur, then it will be quite tedious and difficult to read. Therefore, we have another strategy of simplifying this by combining all of these F sharp and bringing it to the front between the treble clef and the time signature. This F sharp can apply to all the F's in all the measures and all the lines. So it would apply to this F, this F, this F, and this F. So it would also sound the same. This is called a key signature. A key signature is a type of musical notation at the beginning of a line that determines which notes are sharps or flats in a piece of music. There are 15 different key signatures in total. One of them doesn't have any sharps or flats, and that is C major. We have 7 different key signatures that correspond to sharps, and we have 7 different key signatures that correspond to flats, and each one has a major key assigned to them. Let's take a look at some of the patterns of key signatures that will later help you identify important ways on how to read music. First, we have these sharps, and as you can see, for the first sharp on every key signature, it starts the same. It starts with F sharp. Let's go to the second note. All of them start the second note on C sharp. The third note, all of them start with G sharp, and so on all the way until the entire order is completed. So as you can see, there is an organized pattern, and this pattern is called the order of flats or order of sharps. So we start with F, then C, then G, D, A, E, and B for the final order. And the order of sharps you can memorize by using mnemonics. A one I like to use is fat cats go down alleys eating bacon. You can use any other mnemonic as you would like, and that works. And here are the major keys that correspond to each amount of sharps for each key signature. Same pattern applies to flats. The first note, all of them start with B flat. Then the second note, all of them starts with E flat. Then the third note, all of them starts with A flat, and so on until the final order is completed at the last key signature. And a mnemonic I like to use for this one is bead, gum, candy, fruit, representing B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. Here are the major keys that correspond to each different key signature of flats. Finally, we have an example where we can use a key signature. So right here we have 3 sharps. So this would be one of the key signatures with the sharps. And as you can see, it is in the order of sharps, F, C, G. And 3 sharps would mean this is A major. So A major, right here we have a sharp that is for all the C's. So this would be C sharp, C sharp. Then we have F sharp right here. So F sharp and F sharp. E is not included within the key signature, so it would be just E, and then C, also from the key signature. Then we have A sharp because this is an accidental. Then we have just B. That is all for today. Hope you learned something new, and thank you for watching.